Bum ba dum ba bum, and it's 9 in the afternoon.
That
The
was
size of the moon.
a personal intro by my cousin. Hello, Tumblr. I got an anonymous asking me to do a video talking about Panic at the Disco overall, about my thoughts on them and whatnot, how long I've been a fan, and yeah. So I'm here to do a video. I am like half asleep right now, but whatever. I've been a fan since I'd say like a week after Pretty Odd came out. Like that was when I became a hardcore fan. I always used to listen to Fever You Can't Sweat Out. Actually, the girl sitting next to me was the one that I originally watched the I Write Sins video with, because we always used to watch MTV and like dance on an air mattress listening to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I've always liked their music from a Fever, and then when Pretty Odd came out, I kind of like bought the album, and I just became super obsessed with Pretty Odd. Pretty Odd's actually my favorite album. I like all of the just details within the music, the lyrics. It's just totally awesome. Not that I'm not a fan of Fever. I love Fever. That's like a classic. I mean, they're all just so great. I think it's just great that they're so versatile. I don't think they should get hate for being versatile, because my belief in the music industry is if you don't change, you won't have a career. If they made a second album that was identical to Fever You Can't Sweat Out, yeah, certain fans are gonna be like, oh, it's so great, but you know what, you need to attract different types of people. It just can't be staying the same. I say, you know what, great, you want to be different, and I love Pretty Odd, I love Fever You Can't Sweat Out, Vices and Virtues as well, but Pretty Odd is ultimately my favorite record, I'd say. About seeing Panic at the Disco live, I've seen them 4 times live. My first time seeing them was actually their first tour after their split. I bought their tickets before they split up, so right when I heard that they split up, I was like having a panic attack, because it was with their tour with Blink-182 and Fall Out Boy. And I was like, great, now Panic's not going to be going, and blah blah blah, but it kind of sucks because I never got to see Ryan and John live, and I'm a big fan of Ryan, but yeah. The first time I saw them was at Jones Beach in 2009, and it was just a super awesome show. They opened, and then Fall Out Boy was after them, then Blink-182, and it was awesome because I got to see Brendan come on stage with Fall Out Boy to sing Don't Stop Believin', and that was super, super duper amazing. Then I saw them 3 times last year. 2 times in New York City. First time was at Terminal 5. It was super awesome because they just came back on the stage with a big pow. It was amazing. And then I saw them again at Central Park show, which was beautiful. It was an awesome day in New York City, and then it was out in Central Park with Neon Trees, and that day I actually met the lead singer of Neon Trees, and he's super cute and really an awesome person to talk to. And then the 3rd time I saw them, I met them, and it was at the Huntington Paramount, which is an awesome venue. If you guys are ever in Long Island, definitely check it out. It's just so intimate and just an amazing show. I met Panic that time. I got them all presents. I talked to them all, and it was just a great experience. I mean, I talked to Ian. I got him a hat. He was so excited about the hat. He's like, can I put it on now? And I'm like, it is yours. You could do whatever you want with it. Then Brendan was after, and I kind of talked to him about Sarah, because I have a super big girl crush on Sarah, and I don't know, I just blab my mouth off. I don't really get, like, starstruck when I meet them. I'm kind of just like, I want to talk to you. I want to have a conversation with you. I'm going to talk to you. I'm not going to, you know, freeze up and be like, I love you so much. Like, I just kind of, like, talk a lot. When I met Brendan, I gave him his present. I gave him Sarah's present. I got her a nice little leopard fedora and some earrings, and I actually gave a letter in each bag, each present gift, but for Sarah's, I actually put my URL for Tumblr, and she followed me from that, which is pretty awesome. Then when I met Dallin, he was in a bad mood that day, and it's pretty interesting, because he goes, how are you feeling today? I'm like, I'm great. How are you doing today? He's like, I'm great. And I'm like, isn't it great being great? And he goes, you know what? You're right. It is being great. I'm like, that's so great. He's like, it is great. Don't you just love being great? And I'm like, yeah, it's great. And he's like, great. We kind of went back and forth on the whole entire term of great. And he actually said, you put me in a better mood today. Totally awesome. Yep. I put Dallin Weeks in a good mood. I don't know what was wrong with him that night, but yeah, he was kind of off. And then Spencer comes along, and I really had no clue what to say to Spencer. Let me just say, when there are rumors, like, saying that, Spencer's flawless, in person, he's so beautiful. I guess there's just certain people that don't photograph as well, but he is so pretty in person. And, I just give him his present, and he goes, "You know why I like you? I'm going to tell you why I like you." And I'm like, "Okay, tell me why you like me." "You took the time to wrap these presents." And I'm just so excited after the show to go back and open your present. That's all I'm going to be thinking about the last song. And I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "I love presents. You have no idea." And he kept going on and on. And he was actually taking quite a while talking to me that the rest of Panic was like looking down the line being like, "What is taking him so long?" Great experience. And then my photo op, I go up to Brendan and I'm like, "Yo, this is what we're doing. We're going to be supermodels." And he's like, Forbes models? I'm like, "Think more like Tyra Banks. America's Next Top Model." He's like, "Tyra Banks, I could do this." And he like put like a little model face on. It's pretty cute. Awesome experience. I'd say if you have the chance to meet Panic at the Disco, do it. It's for free. I think it's amazing. Be a Northern Downpour, because $30 a year to possibly meet Panic like 5 times. Why not? So yeah. And also the split, I think that, you know what? Why be in a band if you're not happy? The music's not going to be good. So I'm just proud that they're both still doing music. They kept the band going. Ryan's doing his own thing. John's doing his own thing. Everyone's happy. Whatever. We get more music out of it. I'm not really too upset. So yeah. And I think Linda, Breezy, Sarah, everybody is super amazing. Sarah is like my super big girl crush. There's no hiding that fact. I'm totally open about that. I've talked to her quite a few times. She's the biggest sweetheart in the world. And yeah, Linda's beautiful too. Not a lot of people have like a hype about her, but I'm sure her and Spencer are going to get very serious soon. I mean, they already have a house together, but you'll be hearing a lot from her, let me just say. Yeah, and the fun collab with Panic was amazing. It's actually one of my favorite songs because I love fun. I think the contrast between Nate Ruess's voice and Brendan Urie's is to die for. But yeah. Also, the VMA win, I totally sat there voting like a boss, and I was kind of a little upset that MTV didn't really announce it. But whatever. They still won. They still got it. So, yeah. This has been a random video brought to you by me. And yeah, I hope this satisfied the anon asking me about it. Yeah, so there you go, guys.